Stephanie Lovin's story, that white woman who went to the Mexican restaurant and where it said leave a tip, she wrote, no, I hope Trump deports you.
Bombastic side eye.
Hey guys, it's your girl Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. How are you all doing? I trust you guys are having a beautiful time today. If you are new here, hi, my name is Cindy. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. I just want us to talk about Stephanie Lovins, a white woman who is trending all over social media platforms because of what she did in a Mexican restaurant. So Stephanie Lovins went to a Mexican restaurant. She placed an order. She was served very well. Now, after eating, they brought her receipt to her, for her to pay her bill and, tip the waiter. Now, instead of Stephanie to say, I do not have any money, to tip you today, she chose to drop a racist message on the receipt that was brought to her. This is what Stephanie wrote on the receipt that is trending all over social media platforms. Now, of course, people found her. They found where she was working, and currently she is sacked. This is 2025. I keep saying this. Now, you don't like these people, but yet you want to enjoy their food. Because I see some of your Mexican restaurants, African restaurants, Chinese restaurants, but you want them to go back to their country simply because they don't look like you. But yet, you love their food. Make it make sense. Just have a look at what she wrote on that receipt. I hope Trump deports you. Now, I just want us to see a few videos from these TikTokers. Of course, they covered the story. And from these videos, we are going to get the full tea. Stay with me, guys. I just want to know what you guys think about this. Like, this is not fair. If you do not have any money to tip, then just say it and go. Dropping such comments on the receipt that was given to you to pay your bill, it is the audacity for me. Check these videos out.
Oh, Stephanie. We've all heard the story of Stephanie Lovins, the woman who went to a Mexican restaurant and on an $88 tab left a tip of 0 and told that person that they suck. But not only did they tell them that they suck, she wrote down, I hope Trump deports you. And then she went and scribbled her little name out like a fucking coward, not remembering that there are multiple copies of credit card receipts. Like, Stephanie, have you ever used a fucking credit card before? Then, of course, as a true coward would, she lies and says, hackers and scammers must have stolen my credit card and they were the ones who did this awful thing. And the restaurant was like, yeah, we have security cameras and we saw you there. Awkward. And then, of course, this story blows up on social media, and Century 21, who was Stephanie's employer, was like, yeah, Stephanie, you don't work here anymore. And now, of course, because Stephanie doesn't have a job anymore, she doesn't have any money. Because she doesn't have any money, someone started her a GoFundMe. Hello? And I love this like bullshit, like Stephanie now realizes. She now realizes it was hurtful and wrong. Of course she knew it was wrong. If she didn't know it was wrong, she wouldn't have bothered to scribble her little name out on the receipt, would she? Right now, Stephanie is struggling financially as she works to rebuild her life. This fundraiser is to help her with basic living expenses, career transition, and educational programs she can use to move forward in a positive way. Well, Stephanie, you know who else could have needed some help? Probably the person you stiffed on an $88 bill. So that's exactly what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go tip Ricardo because hate has no place here. Looks like a lot of other people have that idea too. Good for you, Ricardo. Stephanie, you don't deserve to be rewarded for your horrible behavior. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. Even GoFundMe was like, I think the fuck not.
Guys, honestly, this is so laughable. So she tried to open a GoFundMe account just for people to contribute money for her, like in appreciation for being a racist. Who advised you to do this? Wow.
Okay, let me get this straight so we're all on the same page. You decided to go to a Mexican restaurant. And then you got mad that Mexicans work at the Mexican restaurant. And then you took it one step further and you didn't leave a tip and you wrote a racist message. And then you thought you were being slick by scribbling out your name offer them to print out another merchant copy with your full name just to get you fired?
So I had not heard of this Stephanie Loving story. And it is a fascinating story. I'm late to the party, but I am here. So Stephanie Lovins took herself to a Mexican restaurant, opened a Mexican menu, ordered from that menu, and then decided not to tip her waiter or waitress, right? And you can determine there what kind of person she might be just on the surface of that. But then she uses the rest of her energy to write, "I hope Trump deports you." And she scratches out her name, but for somehow she left the customer copy there that still had her name on it. And so she got fired. She was a realtor. She got fired from Century 21, I think it was. And she's now asking for donations. I think that has now been removed. She's now asking for donations from a GoFundMe page for us to assist her with diversity, equity, and inclusion training. Get that. But it is the most hypocritical thing to me to see people who voted for Trump eat at Mexican restaurants with Mexicans. Somebody help me understand that. It is the biggest, I don't know, oxymoron. I don't know the word to use, but it is so backwards that you do that. I just thought y'all should know. Have y'all heard this story? It's crazy. Why are we like this? I mean, not we. Why are they like this? Huh?
So I have been going down the rabbit hole now on this in the comment section, and she has been trying to do some damage control since all of this has come to light. Basically, fuck around and find out. You didn't think that what you wrote was going to have repercussions or someone wasn't going to say anything, but now she's claiming that someone stole her credit cards and they went to Casuela's and wrote this on the tip line, which is hilarious because the staff and person who waited on her saw her picture on LinkedIn and confirmed that it was indeed her in the restaurant and not somebody else. So nice try, spin again. Then also Century 21, where she's a real estate agent at, has since cut ties. Chop, chop. So I just can't wait to see what's next. A legit case of fuck around and find out and not apologize. She's just making it worse and worse, and I'm here for all of this.
So Stephanie Lovins gets a GoFundMe this morning for being a horrible human being with the license to discriminate against people because she decided that the person that served her food was an illegal person, criminal. That's what she decided in her head. She has no idea. She doesn't know if he is a president of whatever company. Just because he's a server doesn't mean he doesn't actually have a career. Just because he's a Mexican doesn't mean he doesn't have a career. Just because he's a Hispanic descent doesn't mean he's an illegal criminal. You're just so uneducated and working in realty. So let me guess. You've never discriminated against anybody while you were selling homes. Never. Your license should be stripped and you should be looked into if you were ever discriminating against other people. And I'm not talking just Hispanics, Mexicans, and Latinos. I'm talking everyone across the board. Because if you did it like this brazen, then you've done it before. And no way in hell will I ever believe that you didn't. But let me just finish my thought. You went into a Mexican establishment and got yourself some Mexican food, which is amazing. I know. You were served by a Hispanic, Latino, Mexican person who was just doing their job. They served you well. They were polite for you. Probably the best experience of your life. And you decided, instead of thanking them with a nice, juicy tip that they deserve, you said 0. And to the top of that, because you could just leave it at 0 and shut your mouth and walk away and just be a POS, you had to add, and I hope my president sends you back. Sends them back to where? What if he was born here? What if his family was born here? Just because he looks a little bit of different color and you assumed he was what he was? And now white people give you a GoFundMe. So the same white people that give Stephanie a GoFundMe because they're so worried about her family, why don't you start a GoFundMe for this man? Aren't you worried about his family? No, I didn't think so. Yeah.
She started a GoFundMe. She started a GoFundMe because of her financial hardships and because she wanted to get some money so she could enroll herself in basically diversity training to learn more about how she could be better in these situations and how she could, better appreciate diversity in her situation and her community. She's asking us for money because she was a racist who got fired from her job and got harassed. She got harassed. I'm sure she did. Good. You should get harassed for shit like that. But you're going to come over here, and if you go look it up, I looked it up. It's actually been deleted now, but you can still see like a little remnant of like the first part of a sentence. There's like 2 sentences. I'm not super familiar with GoFundMe, but it does look like it was legit at one time, and then it has since been deleted, probably because it was a stupid idea. But you're going to literally ask us, you're going to ask me, you're going to ask people of color for money during your time of financial hardship. Why do you think you have a financial hardship, Stephanie Lovins? That's what racism cost. There should be a cost to things like that. Completely unnecessary. Even if you were going to be that complete and utter jerk and not leave that person a tip, why would you take the time to write that on a menu or on a receipt? You went to a Mexican restaurant. You shouldn't disrespect people anywhere over anything, but you went into their place of business. You ate their food, drank their drinks, and then you have the audacity to leave that? Apparently you're just full of audacity, because then you have the audacity to come panhandling for money from us because financial hardship. Yeah, you got fired because you're a dick. You're a jerk. You're a racist. So absolutely ridiculous story. I hadn't seen that little twist. I don't know if you'd seen it yet either, but that is absolutely next level from Stephanie Lovins of Ohio, former realtor.
So I took some screenshots of comments randomly so you guys can see what other people said about Stephanie Lovin's situation. You can pause to read, please. You want the public to donate money, to support you, to raise money for you to do what? After doing what you did publicly. And then you didn't stop there. You claimed that someone took your card. Sometimes I love the internet. I just love the way the internet works. And I love the way people react to issues like this, coming up with an idea. Now, instead of raising money for her, they chose to raise some money for Ricardo, the Mexican guy. I also love the way companies react to issues like this, sacking their staff straight away, because who would want to employ a racist person? Who? We just have to do better. If you are in the public, be nice to people. Be nice. It doesn't cost anything to be nice to people. This person that served you in a restaurant is a human being. The least you can do for the person is to show appreciation and tip. If you do not want to tip, just be nice, with good words, smiling face and all of that, and say, thank you. I enjoyed your services. Thank you. And then you can go explain, I don't have any tip for today. Just go peacefully. Anyways, you guys, I thought to bring this video here. I don't know if you all have heard about this before now, but let me know in the comments if you have. This video is to create awareness for people to know what is happening around them. And also for people to know that people like Stephanie Lovins exist in 2025. Anyways, you guys, don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another one. I'm going to see y'all in my next video. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.